It's Dizzy. I've been doing some work on firewood. I would have liked to have gotten out here earlier, but I had a funeral to go to today, so I'm just getting to this now. We've got some really cold weather coming up, and I'm really needing to get firewood in. I had here some of the wood that I was given that I'd split up. Wasn't sure how seasoned it was. I have here some that I've just split from a standing dead oak tree that I've been working on, and this is some of the apple from the apple tree that came down. And now that I have the moisture meter, I'm wanting to see how dry this wood actually is. The recommendation is between 15 and 20 for dryness, and that is supposed to be after you split the wood on the inside. You don't want to go on the ends, you want to go on the side. Now this moisture meter has 4 different settings on it depending on the wood. The only problem is I had to look up for some of them. Setting A is for teak, F for mimosa, and walnut. Well, I'd get walnut. B is for white poplar, caroline, which I've never heard of. C is for lauren, ash, elm. D is for basswood, larch, pine. Well, I have oak and apple, and I do have at times some black locust fence posts, maple, cherry. I was able to look up and find out for the oak and the cherry and the maple it's supposed to be on C. So it's a matter of turning it on. Has a button to push for mode. So there's correct mode. Oh, I just hit the wrong button, of course. Okay, this is some of the apple. For the apple, that takes D. This is considered a softer wood. So, I said this is a down tree. I don't know how long the tree has been dead. Dead does not necessarily mean seasoned. The reading I get is 19.5. Since it's so close to the 20, I am going to check it a couple other places. 18.6. 22.8. So this is too wet. Whether any of the other pieces are okay, I don't know. So now let's move over to the oak. (18.7, 18.8). Again, it's pretty high. I'm going to check it a couple other places. And this looks to be good, so I can burn that. Whether or not it's the same for all of it, I will be checking. Now, just out of curiosity, this is some wood that I had a whole bunch that somebody was selling. It was older. I bought it hoping that there would at least be enough to get me through for a little bit. This is one of the worst pieces in there. Check out the moisture level in that. It's actually saying it's 47, 46, but also it's because this is all nasty. There's not really any wood there. Get to where there's some wood. Again, it's reading high because moisture, not from the wood itself, but from whatever. So this is not really that great for burning. Some of what they had was black locust fence post. I am going to go, well, let me see. We'll try walnut setting because this is a fairly hard wood. And it's like 8.9, so it's definitely dry enough, but it's actually a bit too dry. That's going to burn really fast. This is some of the other oak that I got from them, and this has a reading of, let me get it on the right setting. (14). So again, it wasn't the greatest wood, but it did what I needed it to do. Now, this is some of the pile from over there. This is fairly thin, 12.8. Flip it over, 13. So yeah, that's something I can burn. This is one that yesterday when I tested it, it was actually a lower reading here than it was here. So just to see if that's a fluke or not. It's 14.4 there. Going in the sides. It's 17. So probably because it's softer here, it's absorbed water because it's been wet. And just because the piece is small, let's see. I tested this out the other day and it was actually a reading of over 20. So I will be checking all the wood before I burn it, because a lot of this, like I said, it's really iffy. Just because something is dead doesn't mean it's going to be seasoned. Standing dead continues to draw water up through the roots, and if it's down, it's only going to season like an inch or two at most in from the outside in. So normally the center is going to be less seasoned than the outside. But there you go. It's getting dark out here and I need to get enough done so that I can have at least wood for tonight, and I'll talk at you later.